Hey, yo, what's good? It's your boy Mike Stezo,
This is Tosh,
and we are,
Up Top Apparel.
and you're now tuned in to Connect the Dots with our people, Lou Hicks. Let's go.
What up, world? It's DJ Shakim, and right now you're checking out Connect the Dots, the podcast, all right? Connect the Dots, the podcast. Check it out on YouTube and all streaming platforms, all right? Peace.
Welcome to another episode of Connect the Dots. I'm your host, Lou Icewater, aka Duquan Hicks, and I have a special guest, the legendary Kingsbridge DJ,
All right.
Mr. Silver D, in
Yes,
the
sir.
building.
Yes,
What's
sir.
good, man?
Ain't nothing, B. Just checking in on you. You know how we do.
Yes,
Family.
sir.
Hurry up.
Yes, sir. All right, man. So tell me, man, humble beginnings.
Very.
Tell me about your humble beginnings, man.
Oh, man. 163rd Street, Union Avenue, bro. That's where I was born at.
Okay.
It's the heart of the South Bronx.
hmm
Literally grew up in the next building from Melly Mel and Kid Creole.
Wow. Are you serious?
Like to the point where I could look out my kitchen window,
Right?
look at your kitchen window.
Wow.
You
Stop
know?
playing. Stop
Yeah,
playing.
man. We all went to school together, man. Like they
Wow.
were years ahead of me, so they went to school with my sisters. My youngest sister is 2 years older than me, so
hmm
they went to the same school. We all went to the same elementary school. They went to a different junior high school, but
Right.
I've known Melly Mel and Kid Creole before there was even such thing as rapping. When they was
Stop playing.
when they was basically, we used to be at the the community center after school, and
Wow.
they thing back then was trying to be dancers.
What?
Yeah, because you know back then, like when I'm talking 70s, B.
Right.
You know, and back then it was like you're gonna be in a group trying to sing or you dancing.
Right.
And them dudes was dancers, B. Like they used to work. When I say the Jacksons couldn't deal with they afros, them dudes afros was crazy. Like for
Get
real,
out.
for real. Yeah, man. So I grew up on 163rd Street,
Right.
elementary school. Literally went
Mhm.
to elementary school with Busy B.
Wow. Shout
Yeah.
out Busy B.
Yes, my man.
Uh-huh.
Waterbed Kev and Master Raw.
Stop playing.
So
That's
that
history right there.
that's for real history. It's like so 163rd Street, Union Avenue,
hmm
right around the block from Forest Houses, which is the projects.
Right.
That's on 10th Avenue,
hmm
63rd Street. And
Right.
that's where Flash and all them used to always do the block parties.
Mm.
So I was always around there, walk around the block, flashing them doing their thing. And that's basically when I was like, I need to do that. Just watching Flash. Now,
Wow.
I seen other DJs before Flash.
Right.
You know, we have our block parties back in the day, but a lot of them DJs was, older cats. And,
hmm
it was just about, it was playing music. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You put a song on, one song in, push the mix to the next side, you play the next song.
Wow. That's
Then,
crazy.
getting the chance to actually watch Flash do what he do
hmm
got me hooked.
Wow.
Like that was my first introduction to hip hop.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And I
Right.
literally from young, like when I was a teenager and when I was in high school, I followed Flash and them around every party they did. Long as it was in the Bronx or Harlem, I was there.
Okay.
And by myself.
Get out of here.
Yeah, man. Cause I mean I had homies that, I was running with, but they was
hmm
in the streets doing something else or chasing
Right.
some
Right.
chickens. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know.
I was the dude. When you go to the party,
Right.
you see one dude standing there with his
hmm
hands folded in front of the turntables.
Mm.
That was me. Just
Wow.
watching what Flash does, like mesmerized. Like, how is he doing that? Like, this is not possible. I've never seen nobody do anything like that. Now, at that point, you got to understand, I don't know nothing about a 1200 or even a SLB10. I don't know nothing about that. All I know is, the little turntables you have with the radio on it that you have in your room, or the big TV console with the turntable in it. That's what I know.
Wow.
And so watching that, I literally I remember being at my neighbor's crib.
Mm-hmm.
Lived across the hall, and they used to always just leave me in the crib because it was back in the day and everybody was family in the building.
Right.
And I used to run from the living room to the bedroom, DJing, trying to get the beat on time.
Wow.
I'm cutting up, and I'll never forget this. Boz Scaggs, Low Down, if you know anything about the
Okay.
classic joints.
I know about the classics. Yes.
I put that on, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I run the bedroom. And all I was trying to do is I want to match it up and see the time and go back, run back to the bedroom, run back to the living room. And that's kind of like my start of wanting to DJ.
Wow. Well, you just answered that question for me.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you come up with the name Silver D, man?
Oh, I didn't come up with it. It's funny.
Okay.
Like my sister's boyfriend, like, because we used to always be at a park called 23 Park. That's like right up from where I live. And we just happened to be in the park one night. And he's like, yo, you know what? We're going to call you Silver D from now on.
Wow.
No questions asked. He's like, yeah, you're going to be Silver D. My man Ace,
Wow.
never forget it. We sitting on the bench and everybody just bugging out, having fun. And he said that, and it stuck.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
That's
So
what
tell
I
me,
did.
man, who are your idols coming up?
Oh, man, of course, it's Flash.
Mm-hmm.
It's Hurt, of course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, it's a bunch. Like, I got to say, it's a lot of the dudes that was actually in the Herculoids. Like, a lot of people don't know there's a whole bunch of different people that was in the Herculoids. Like, the original ones, of course, was, Cool Herc. It was Clark Kent. And then it's Coke LaRock.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Coke LaRock, who's like my homie to this day. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point, they had a crew called the Young Herculoids.
Mm.
And the Young Herculoids, it was Blackjack, Cool Fudge, Doc LaRock, and Kryptonite. Like, those dudes, I really started paying attention to them, especially the kid Kryptonite, because he started doing this thing that they used to call the shotgun. So if you hear somebody with the snares tapping, he's the first person I saw do that.
Wow.
So I
Shotgun. Wow.
Shotgun. That's what they used to call it back then. I don't know what they call it now, but that's what they used to call it. So them dudes really inspired me. The man JC, who was also a Herculoid, you know what I'm saying? And also Grand Wizard Theodore. Who like coming up, of course, he was under Flash.
Right.
Wasn't getting that much light because Flash was Flash. But like later on in my later years, I got a chance to kind of link with him through Disco King Mario. This is like later, like in the 80s or whatever. Disco King Mario moved on my block. And so him and his brother literally lived in the basement of a building across the street.
Wow.
And we used to throw parties in that basement on Fridays and Saturdays. Literally might have been the hottest club you ever want to go to.
Wow.
You gotta figure everybody from Zulu Nation was coming. It's me, it's Theodore, and this other cat named Supreme on the turntable. Friday and Saturday. Always there. So
wow.
Those are my, like, Flash is like my real main influence because he's the first guy I seen do what he do.
Right.
And then it was Theodore. Because, Theodore, once he broke off from Flash, he started doing his own thing. And I had moved up from 163rd Street, moved to 176th Street on the west side of the Bronx, Andrews Avenue.
Right. Okay.
Which, they call High Bridge now, but that was just the west side of the Bronx to us.
Yep. High Bridge. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Mm-hmm.
Herc had a spot like a block away from the crib on University Avenue. We used to go there. Then we got the Sparkle. One of my guys was kind of not affiliated with him, but he knew him a lot. And so we
Right.
used to stay in the Sparkle. Sparkle was the spot that they had on Jerome Avenue, like
Mm.
173rd Street.
Okay.
That's when I actually got to see that Theodore was actually as nice or even better than Flash. And that's the Theodore
Wow.
used to put the handcuffs on. And I
What?
remember it's this record. I can't remember. I know it's made by somebody called Foxy. I don't know if it's. I think it's called Get Off.
Right.
But it's insane. Like it's an up tempo joint, and and he had the handcuffs on, and he used to just catch it early, and that's when like I really noticed him doing something different than what Flash was doing. Because Flash was doing the spin back.
Right.
Theodore was picking the needle up, which like you got to be precise, and he was killing me.
Exactly.
And on top of that, to have handcuffs on, I'm like, this guy's got something different. So
Wow.
I mean, my heroes ain't, when it comes to hip hop, people from my era, my heroes ain't no different than their heroes because those are the dudes who really did it. It wasn't a bunch of guys that was doing it in the manner that they were doing it. So of course you paying attention to them. And for me, what was good is that I had people who were affiliated with them. So I was a little closer, you know what I'm saying? I couldn't
Right.
always get behind them ropes because them ropes was a big deal back in the day. You couldn't get behind
That's
them.
true.
I don't care. Your next door neighbor, I don't care.
Wow.
Couldn't get behind them ropes. So I was close enough to kind of see a lot of things.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So tell me, man, what was your first radio gig?
Oh man, first radio gig is definitely BLS. You know?
Okay.
I don't know if everybody remember, like Kid used to do like a half an hour spot.
I remember that. Yep.
He would do that when he was doing the half an hour spot. Of course we was there support my man because that was my man. And as we going up there, the program director Mike Love, my guy,
Right.
was looking for a DJ because Ed Love and Dr. Dre had the operating room on BLS.
Right. I remember that too. Yeah.
And kept saying, you guys need a DJ. You guys need a DJ. Guys need a DJ. And he's like, all right, we're going to get one. We're going to get one. And eventually, he just bullied, like, I'm going to get a DJ, and you guys are just going to have to deal with whatever you're going to have to deal with. Because, in my opinion, I can look at it now and be like, what they were doing on MTV never really transferred to radio.
Wow.
Because, the thing with them, it was a lot of visual. Ed with the dancing and all that stuff. It was like, okay, that worked on television, but on radio, you can't, you ain't gonna see what they doing. So it didn't transfer.
Right.
And so they try to bring that energy to the radio. And it didn't work without somebody that was really controlling the music, and especially with the history of hip hop on the radio at that point. You talk about, Marley Marl with, a Pete Rock, and then you got Alert and everybody doing what they do. And the audience was like, where's the music? We dig this comedy thing, but where's the music? And so Mike Love, me being in the building, and truthfully at that point, my man Terry was managing Kid, and he was managing me.
Right.
Mike, nobody didn't really know me because I wasn't really doing anything. I was with Kid. Like I would open up parties for kids, stuff like that, but nobody really knew who I was. But Mike was like, I need you to make me a mixtape so I can hear what you do. So I made him a mixtape, gave it to him, and I'll never forget because it's funny because I actually live in the town where I was at when he called me.
Wow. Stop playing.
Yeah, I live in that town now. I didn't live there then. I was still living in the Bronx. But called me, and he's simple like this, like, you ready to get on the radio? I'm like, hell yeah. He's like, all right, Friday night, get ready. Done.
Wow.
And that was it. So I started doing Fridays. and then I was doing Saturdays. I started doing Fridays, Saturdays, and then he started mixing up the Fridays, and I kept the Saturdays.
Right.
And it's to me, I kind of laugh about it now. But my first night on the radio,
Mhm.
I'll never forget. You know, Ed Love is there, Dr. Dre is there, and I got the feeling that they wanted me to brick so they could be like, "Yo, see what I mean?"
Wow. Are you serious?
It was an energy. It was really it was
Right.
negative
Right.
energy. Not specifically just from them, but you know, they had their little crew.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I came in
Right.
there and I did what I did.
Mm.
Phones going crazy, everybody losing it, everybody trying to call in, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it turned out, all right, well, yeah. And I had that, I did BLS for 10 years.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So that literally is like that's my first and only radio job.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But like specifically for that night, it was funny, but it was also a little like what's wrong with these dudes? Because I'll never forget
Right.
going to BLS. They used to always have this classic turntable, which was incredible. It was built in this wood case, everything. But you know, some of Ed and Dre's people was a little upset. They tore that thing to pieces.
Are you serious? Come on.
They tore it to pieces.
Wow.
Never forget it. I was like, oh, okay, so that's what it is. But all in all, turned out good. I tell
Mm.
you straight facts. After that night, Ed Lovin never came back.
Stop playing.
He never came back.
Get out of here.
He never came. He did that one show.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he felt like it was going to go in that direction. It was going to be more focused on music than
Mm-hmm.
personality. And he
Right.
never came back. So the years that I was on the radio with Dr. Dre, it was just me and Dr. Dre.
Mm.
He was hosting, he would do his thing, and then I was playing music. And it was more along the lines of, like I said, the classic things where, you know, with Marley and how Red
Right.
did. Wasn't a whole lot of, you know, you threw your little comedy in there. He did his little thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't over the top. It was
Right.
really focused on the music. And for me,
That's
like,
dope.
it was the perfect spot for me because I've always been about, I want to expose new music.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm always focused on. It's like, let me get these dudes who bringing me records. I'm on the radio now. I'm playing that. Let's see what we could do. And back then, you had the freedom to play whatever you want to play. Long as they ain't going crazy with the curses, long as they ain't cursing,
Right.
put it on. And the crowd is going to be like, that's dope, but that's trash. Don't play it no more. But you got the opportunity to test things out.
Right. I like that about the radio.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, man, what was it like working with Kid Capri?
You got, I never looked at it like working with Kid Capri. This is what people don't
Yeah.
understand about my relationship with Kid. Right.
Okay.
I,
Explain. Yeah.
I moved from 176 and Andrews Avenue. I moved to Sedgwick Avenue, 197th Street, probably in 78,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I think I met Kid about 1980,
Okay.
whatever it was. So I knew Kid, and we, you know, we all knew each other. Like I used to just be upstairs. At that point, you know, I got my little SLB 210s. So I,
Mm-hmm.
I keep my window open. I'm on the second floor and I'm playing, you know, I got break beats because I'm always been buying records.
Right.
So I put my speakers out the window. You know, I got my little
Okay.
from Webb Avenue, Sedgwick Avenue, Claflin. They up under my window, and I'm just playing music like you know it's a block party.
Right.
So you know, me and Kid always knew each other, always knew we was doing something. But how we end up really linking is there was one night I'm doing a party on my part of Sedgwick. He's doing a party on further down Sedgwick.
Mm.
For whatever reason, his party got shut down.
Right.
So he came up the block. All his people with him, they came up to my joint. Now at that point, like Kid was DJing, but he also had a group,
Mm.
right? And that's where the Lords of Funk come in. Cause he had my man Easy E. and my man Dave. I can't remember what they called Dave.
Right.
At that point, Kid Capri was getting his Grandmaster Caz on because it's like Grandmaster Caz could DJ, but he's the leader of that group, and they had a routine that they want to do.
Okay.
And so I'm like, all right, y'all want to do the routine? I'll DJ for you. And I'll never forget. I cut up sucker MCs for them.
Wow. Get out of here.
Yeah, sucker MCs for them. Killed it. It was a house party, but that's a big deal back then. Like, you got 100
Yes, it
people.
is. Yes, it is.
Like that. Like you killing the block right now. And after that was over, he wasn't even an official manager. It was a guy we call Sloofus. He called me outside like, yo, we want you to get down with us. You doing this? I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. It's all good. Let me know what y'all trying to do, and I'm down.
Right.
It is whatever. And literally from that day, me and Kid was just tight. You know what I'm saying? Like to the point where if you go to Kid Capri house right now, you probably find 10 of my crates in his garage.
Wow. Stop playing.
You have to understand, like he was grinding with the music thing, but I was a little bit into other things, you know. So I was, moving around. I had, a regular job thing. But every week, I'm spending money. I'm in Rock and Soul. I'm in Downstairs Record. Every week, I'm coming home. Boom. I got, 10, 12 records because we doubling up on everything. All the records, I'm like, yo, I got this, I got that. And at that point, too, since I was working, I was knowing a lot of people. I was getting parties. Family, friends, we doing parties. And I'm like, yo, I'm doing this party. It's like, bet, let's do it together. Let's do it together. Like, I was actually talking, like, me and my dudes, we do a Zoom call every Friday. And I was talking to them about it. And they didn't realize we had a cab company up in our area called Miles Cab.
Okay.
Right? And I don't know if you ever remember those old London cabs.
I know you're talking about.
And we had so much equipment, for us back then, we used to have to take 2 of those.
Get out of here, 2?
One cab would come pick me up, another one to go pick Kid up. We go. And you have to understand, at that point, it's nobody but me and Kid. Wow. Nobody. To the point where, like, some of the cats on the block was on some clown shit. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, here go Grandmaster Flash and Grand Wizard Theodore. Like, on some joking. Like, all right, it's all good. But, we did what we did because we love playing music.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
So, we did that for years. He stuck with it. I was kind of tapping in and out because, me and Kid, there's a point we used to do parties and split $200 after paying our own cab fare.
Wow.
So it's like, this is fun. And I love it. At that point, like, I was looking forward to it. But I also had to, take care of real responsibilities and let me go over here and do what I need to do. So there was a certain point where I kind of backed up and got, I got kind of not caught up, but I went in a different direction and started doing other things to get money, but at the same time, I stayed buying records. Stayed buying records. I buy records. I go to his crib before I even go to my crib. Drop records off, like whatever. Do what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. So
that's dope. That's dope.
Like the way we linked up, it was like we met through music, but then we just became friends because I love of music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's dope. I like that, man. So what's the best advice someone gave you when you was coming up as a DJ in the game?
Oh man. The best advice
is
stick to your guns. You doing something and you really feel like it's dope, stick to your guns because I don't care if you come outside with a blue suit on, a black suit on, a red suit on, a white suit on. One of them, every time you come outside, somebody will be like, yo, why you wearing that black suit? Why you wearing that white suit? Why you wearing that red? That look whack.
Right.
So stick to your guns. If it's something that you really love, just keep doing it.
Mm.
Just keep doing it. Whatever it is, it don't even matter. But when as far as being a DJ, just keep doing what you're doing. You got it. My thing is consistency. Like you hear that a lot today, but that's what a lot of people were trying to say without exactly saying that then.
Hmm.
And just stay consistent. Just do what you do. Don't let nobody discourage you because you know we ain't have the words hater back then, but that's what it was. A lot of people was hating. Like
Facts.
me
Facts.
and kids, me and kids splitting $200. We killing ourselves. We doing parties like back then. You doing a party till 10, till 4 in the morning.
Hmm.
And we paying our own cab fare. Coming home, we splitting $100,
Right.
right? But the love for the music had us doing that the next week and the next week and the next week.
That's what
So
I'm talking about.
the thing is, the advice that I've always gotten from anybody at this is like, yo, stick to your gun. Just do what you're doing and keep doing it. Forget anything negative, toss it to the side because anything you do, you're gonna get negativity.
That's true.
And more often than not, you're gonna get that negativity from people who ain't doing nothing or people who are jealous of what you're doing.
Mm.
So
So let me ask you a question. Did you have any DJ battles?
nah, I
Did
never
you
really,
bat?
I never really did the DJ battle thing, man. I never really did the
Okay.
DJ battle thing. I never did the beef and back and forth on the
Hmm.
mixtape thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like at the point where Kid and Doo-Wop went through their thing.
Mm.
It was it's
Shout out to
funny.
both.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, shout the WAP. The
That's
funny
right.
part was when him and Kid was in the mix of all of that. Me and WAP used to do the same club. We used to do the I guess you call it the '90s version of the Disco Fever, which was on Tremont.
Wow.
Like Doo-Wop
This.
used to do Fridays, I used to do Saturdays.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we run into each other, like, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with y'all. Like, yo, my man can handle himself. I ain't worried
Hmm.
about that. Ain't
Right.
long as it's gonna stay here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all do. Y'all gonna talk whatever y'all gonna talk. Y'all get into it. It's gonna be a different thing if it's on some whatever. But for the most part, it was just, y'all trying to see who's better than who. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I never really got into that. I had a few dudes because after the Kid and Doo-Wop battle, everybody looked at that like, oh, that's the blueprint.
Mm. I see what
Oh,
you're saying.
let,
Right.
let, me, let me disrespect somebody that's on,
Hmm.
and then he gonna come back at me.
Wow. That's
Now
crazy.
everybody know my name.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because before that, like people might have knew who Doo-Wop was, but what put him on the map was him talking trash to Kid.
Mm.
So that was the blueprint. So I had a bunch of dudes come at me, names I can't even remember, but I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Let's see that. I'm not even gonna give that no, I'm not gonna give that no oxygen.
Mm. I
You know
feel
what I'm
you. I feel
saying?
you.
I'm in my spot, I'm gonna do what I do. Cause I'm gonna
Right.
stay in my lane. Like I ain't worried about nobody else.
So tell me, man, how do you feel about today's DJs using the Serato and push buttons?
The Serato, I ain't mad at. Serato
Right.
is saved a whole lot of people from.
From carrying.
Listen, man. At a certain point, me and Kid. Well, this one, like when it got a little later, when we
Hmm.
was really out on the road hitting all these other cities, we literally used to take 15 crates out.
Mm.
So Serato itself, as an application, the whole thing, I'm not mad at that at all.
Right.
Pushing the buttons, like, all right, I'm fine with that. If you entertain the crowd and that's what you want to do, that's what you do.
Right.
Not to, and long as you're not comparing yourself to somebody like a Kid or like a Jazzy Jab or like a Mel Star or DJ Scratch
Oh
and all these
yes.
who can literally do the things that you do by pushing a button, by actually manipulating the turntable. As long as you're not representing or misrepresenting yourself like that, do your thing.
Right.
I mean, it's technology.
Hmm.
It's like I used to always clown with Kid. I was like, yo, modern technology. And I used to be talking about why we walking up the stairs. We got an elevator.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So I look at Serato as like, why am I carrying crates? But
Right.
I can just carry this one little piece right here and have a million songs.
Mm.
So
Facts.
I'm not
Facts.
mad at that. Like, the push button thing, it is what it is. Because
Mhm.
times change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing that everybody gotta realize, like time changes. It's never gonna be what it was.
Right.
Like
That's true.
you got cats who they couldn't even fathom picking up a crate of records. Like, what are you
Mhm.
talking about? Carrying a crate of records? Like that can't compute for them. And
I
so
know.
I understand it,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? But I know that it takes more skill to do what they do on just a regular turntable and a mixer than opposed to pressing buttons. I still respect guys who master the art of pressing those buttons and entertain a crowd. And
Mhm.
I give them that because at the end of the day, that's what you're here for.
Exactly.
Entertain the
I feel
crowd.
you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really I can't really get mad at nobody for utilizing the tools that's available.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't sit there and be like, okay, I want to battle DJ Jazzy Jeff, but I'm gonna be able to do the push button thing, and he can do whatever he do. Like
Nah.
you're in a different lane.
Right. Exactly.
Like you're in a different lane, and I'm like I said, I'm never gonna be mad at dudes for using technology, especially we talking about 2026.
Mm.
Oh man, we talking about an art form as far as DJing is concerned that's been around since the 70s.
Phew. It's
So
crazy, brother.
to have the technology to do what Cats is doing,
Mhm.
if you could take advantage of that, you can entertain the crowd. By all means, do your thing.
So I got a question for you, man. I want to know Reverb Nation. How did that come to light? And Crate Digger Radio. You're a host. How did all that come about, man?
Oh man, the Reverb Nation thing. I mean, I didn't even know much about that. It's one
Mhm.
of those things. It's like back in the days, like MySpace. It's like, oh, we should be here. This is all about music. Let me jump into
Mhm.
that. And I threw a couple of things on there. I never really pursued it heavily
Mhm.
because the return just didn't seem to make sense to
Right.
me.
Right.
So I kind of left that alone. But the Crate Digger Radio thing, it's me and my man Shaka. Me and Shaka met by being
Mhm.
on the road.
Right.
Kid. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? 'Cause he was hanging with Kid and he lived in the same area as Kid. And so
Right.
we met on the road and me and him just clicked. And
Mhm.
so this actually happened after I got off the road with Kid. And
Mm.
like, yo, listen, man, we both love music, man. Yo, we should do a radio show. I'm like, radio show? Like, we're gonna do a radio show. And
Right.
this is before all this podcast stuff is happening and before
Mhm.
YouTube and all this stuff is happening. And we knew a young lady, I don't know if you know her, she passed away, unfortunately, DJ Reality.
Nah. Never met her. Never met her.
Good person, right? She had,
Okay.
when I was at, when I was at the label, she was doing promotion. That's how I met her. But we reconnected because she knew my man Shaka. And she
Right.
was connected with some people who had basically an online radio station.
Mm.
And she's like, yo, you guys want to come in and do something? Let's do it. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah, okay, bet. So what we would do, because at that point, we never could do it live,
Right.
right? So it was a chore to get it done. Like I would get all the music, like Shaka would search for music, I'd search for music, we put it all together. I would do the mix, right?
Mhm.
And
Right.
then I'd pick the spots where I was like, okay, we're gonna talk here at the 15-minute mark, right? And then I'd have to set that up, finish my mix. Okay, we're gonna talk again at the 26-minute mark, whatever it was. Me and Shaka used to have to get on the phone and do our talking piece,
Mm.
right? Over the
Right.
phone. Because I can't remember what it was called, but it was some conference call thing
Mhm.
that it might have been called conferencecall.com. And we used to just talk about, things that were going on, whatever, whatever. We record that, send it to me. I place it where I place the instrumental pieces.
Right.
And so we create the show and we send it in and they
Mhm.
would play it. So that literally was a labor of love because that was a lot of work. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow. It sounds like a lot.
It
Sound
was,
like a lot.
especially now. I look at it because me and my man, we still talk. You know what I'm saying? We
Mhm.
talking a couple of weeks ago. He's like, yo, you see how easy it is for them to do that? I
I
was like,
know it's
right.
crazy.
So for us, I was like, we literally might have had one of the first music podcasts without even knowing it.
Mm.
You know, so that right there, like, and we did literally 14 shows,
Mhm.
and then the company went out of business.
Stop playing. Get
Yeah,
out of here.
yeah. I mean, it's tough because at that point you got to understand, like, you got a company, and they were legit to the point where they were registered with all the people they need to be registered with. We playing whatever records we playing, they're paying. Because the artists got to get paid. Whatever
Right.
little small amount it is, they were making sure that they got paid.
Mm.
So they spent a lot of money. They just didn't anticipate how expensive that undertaking was.
Right.
Great idea, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But I think it's one of those things where you feel like you're a little ahead of your time. You know what I'm saying? So the crate digger thing, it was me and my dude Shaga really like, yo, we listened to, up here we Hot 97, Power 105, and we hear the same dudes.
Right.
Hear the same thing because at a certain point, the program directors took over all of the mix shows.
I know. I hate that.
And
That's what messed up radio.
that's what destroyed radio because you
Mhm.
DJs no longer have freedom. So you DJing basically with handcuffs on.
Mhm.
It's like, I don't care what you do, you better get these 20 records on in this next hour. So
Wow.
and if you want to bring something in that they don't know, you gotta submit it. Nah, we don't think you should play that. Nope, we don't like that. Nope.
That's crazy.
And that's where the politics and the money came.
Mhm.
Because it's like, it's a big deal, and people see the effect of it when you can
Mhm.
say, like, if you an independent guy and you could walk into the radio station like a lot of cats did back in the 90s
Mhm.
and just say, yo, play that. It's priceless. No one
Yes.
can do that now.
Yes.
You
Very
could
priceless.
literally make the most incredible record in the world right now, unless you're affiliated with somebody or unless you're sitting on six figures, they're gonna
Mhm.
be like, not gonna be able to do it. And that's literally what kind of it didn't destroy hip hop, but it put hip hop in a manner of not being able for the audience to hear some of the best that
Mhm.
might be out there. It's like I vividly remember ODB and RZA coming to BLS like, yo, we got something. Now I
Mhm.
had already known ODB and RZA because I had been on tour with Kid from Cold Chillin'. And at that point, Jizza was the genius on Cold Chillin'.
Right. Right.
So I knew them. So it was like, okay, it's like a friend of mine, like bringing me a record. Brought me Protect Your Neck. I'm like, yo, is this clean? Like, yo, it's clean. And literally, from the time they brought it to me that night,
Mm.
while I'm playing other music, I'm listening to it. I'm listening to it like it's clean. I played it that night.
Mm.
So those kind of things never gonna happen again. And that
Wow.
is a big essence of what hip hop was. Cause we was like, we was outsiders. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Very outside.
We was
Very
the
outside.
outsiders. It's
Mhm.
like you not getting in rotations. Like it's gonna be hard for you to get in rotation. But go to the mix show. And
Mhm.
program directors used to be like, yo, go to so and so. He got the mix show. See if he'll play it. But that's
Right.
it. But then the mix shows drove everything. And then the mix show started playing better music than your regular rotation on the radio.
That's right.
Once the program director saw that and they saw the influence that the DJs had and what the mix shows had, and they said, now we got to control it.
Mm.
So it's tough. I honestly, I very rarely listen to the radio for music,
Me too.
and
I feel you on that.
it was a slow thing. Like I was saying, the last 5 years, slowly but surely, I'd listen to Hot 97 maybe in the morning, just with the jokes for Ebro and them, and listen to the Breakfast Club for the jokes and everything. But I stopped listening to radio for the music because
Mm.
it was never anything that I hadn't heard 100 times.
Exactly. I
You
feel
know?
you.
So
Mm.
that's it.
Man, so what is your greatest success as a DJ in the game, and what is your biggest regret as a DJ in the game?
Oh man. I say my greatest success is that I was somebody who started out, not even started out, but who was a little kid, right? Who used to open
Mm.
the window and used to take 45s and fling them out the window because I never knew the value, right? But I'm a
Right,
kid,
right,
but
right.
then grew up to understand the value of music and
Hmm.
to love music and to really love hip hop,
Hmm.
to really be able to go from saying, looking at somebody like a Flash and saying, I want to do that. And one day to actually be on the radio in New York City.
Yes.
And to be able to have my mom sit in the crib and hear me on the radio. My greatest
Mm.
success. You know what I'm saying? Because I drove her crazy. With me. Like,
Right.
trust me, like my mom's tolerated a lot.
Mm.
Like, listen, I literally had the young Herculoids do a party in my apartment.
Mm.
Now these dudes was not coming through there with some nice little speakers.
Right.
Like we had the whole building shaking, and my mother was in the back bedroom, like whatever. So the fact that I was able to show her as like it actually was worth it, and it took me from making noise in my bedroom to take me around this country
Mm.
the way it did. That right there is to me my greatest success.
I like that. I
You
like
know,
that.
um, honestly, when you say regret, I don't even know if I have any regrets, yo.
Okay.
Like I sit back and be like, you could always say, I wish I could have took it a little further and did
Hmm.
this, did that. But I've never been more satisfied with what I've done in this game.
Mm.
Because, like I said, I came from somebody who didn't pay attention to the value of these records I was throwing out the window to understanding that to actually being a DJ on a major station in New York
Right.
City, and to
Right.
go from not just being a DJ, but to being an A&R.
Mm.
And to me, signing one of the most influential groups in the history of hip hop in MOP.
What?
I signed MOP to their first record deal.
Stop playing.
MOB, how about some hardcore? Go look at that album.
Wow.
I
You heard it
signed them to their,
first. You heard it first here. I didn't know that.
I signed them to their first record deal, not the second, not the third, their first record deal.
Wow.
Yes, because coming from BLS, Mike Love was the program director. Mike Love was a friend of Lazy Lays, who actually manages MOP.
Mm.
And me and Lazy Lays became friends. And Lazy Lays linked me up with Positive K.
Mm.
So I did a remix, Positive K. I don't know if you remember Night Shift.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
I did a remix on that.
Get out of here.
Yeah, I did a remix on that. Like
Whew.
yeah, I did a remix on that, and
All
I did
right.
2 songs on his album. And then me and Lays did a project called The Hill Is Real.
Okay.
And we put that out. Little Fame is on it. Billy Dan's wasn't on it.
Right.
And like we took a
Right.
bunch of cats from Brooklyn, a bunch of my cats from the Bronx, and we did this thing called The Hill Is Real. And we put that out. And it didn't do ain't do great, but it got some people some exposure. It got Fame some real good exposure. And then once him and Billy linked back up, they end up, working with my man DR Period, and they came up with How About Some Hardcore? And at that point, me and Lays was always together. And I'm like, what is that? Run that. And at that point, I was doing A&R at this label. I don't want to even say the label's name because I don't rock with them no more. But once I got that record, they gave him the single deal, and I badgered that guy every day. You gotta give them a label deal. You gotta give them an album deal. These dudes is killing the street. I'm telling you right now, you gotta give him an album deal. Like it was a battle for him to give him an album deal. But that first album, I made that happen. So that right there, I put that up there, one of my greatest successes. Like I signed a group in the 90s that today can literally go anywhere across not just this country, but across this
The
world.
world. Yes.
You know?
Huge fan of MOP. Huge fan.
Those is my
Yes.
guys. Like and them is my dudes, and they link with my girl Sherry Fox, who's not here with me, man, and rest in peace to her. But she was one of the biggest champions of them. She's like, yo, they dope, D, they dope. And then when I got a hold of that, How About Some Hardcore? I was like, you 100% right. Give me that.
Wow.
So that's why I say, like, regrets, I really don't, man. It's like I didn't get into this game. Honestly, I ain't getting the music to get rich.
Right.
I ain't getting into this game to be famous.
Right.
I got into this game, right, to be like I listened to, I don't know if it was Raekwon or Ghostface who said it. He said, we wasn't even trying to be famous. We just want to be part of the chain of this thing we call hip hop.
Right.
That's why I got into this game. I just want to tribute. Like, let me get in here and bring what I feel to this game. And when I look at the things I've done, I feel like I've done that. So I don't have no regrets because I still do what I do. I still got equipment here. I still rock with a lot of people. I still love this music. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I'm good. So
Yes.
I don't really have no real regrets, V. I can't say I actually have any regrets, man. It's like anybody would love to be, let's be famous, let's be super rich. But I know people who've been in this game and who've gotten rich and still got regrets.
Right.
I sit here and be like, I'm happy with what I brought to the table for hip hop and what hip hop allowed me to do. Hip hop allowed me to see the world.
That's right.
I seen this whole country because of hip hop. So I'm good where I'm at. I don't really have no regrets, to be honest with you.
That's dope. So, man, how could the people check out for you for doing shows, parties, or mixes?
Oh man, I'm officially, I'm on Facebook. I'm definitely on Instagram, DJ Silver D BX. They can find me there. If they really paying attention, they know I'm doing the mixes for them hip hop barbershop.
Yes, and thank you
know
for
what I'm
that.
saying?
Salute, salute.
Come on, B.
Salute.
I ride with that, man. Y'all don't understand.
Yes.
Like, the hip hop barbershop give me the vibe of my Crate Digger radio. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm talking about. I appreciate that,
vibe,
bro.
like I love doing it. I love doing it. I get caught up doing other things, and so it get a little tight. But I love doing it, and I do it because it's fun. And I still find hip hop fun. I still find the music fun, whether it's the classics, whether it's some of the music of the day. I don't get into oh yeah, they messing up hip hop. The young dudes are doing it. Some of this music is not good. Just like
Mhm.
some of the music that was back in the day was
Wasn't
trash.
good too. Yeah.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
So I
Yep.
don't judge. You know, yeah, you can sit back and say, okay, some of the stuff they do today with the extra promotion of the violence, yeah, that gives me some sort of feeling about it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? For the most part, like I love it all. But like I said, anybody want to find me, man? It's DJ Silver DBX, man. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Threads. I'm on Facebook. I'm everywhere, man. I'm around. Anybody want to find me? I can be found. DJ Silver DBX. Find me.
Woo! Salute, salute.
Yes, yes, yes.
Man, thank you for coming on the show, man. I appreciate you,
Of
brother. I
course.
love you, brother.
Yes.
I love
Love
what
you,
you
my man.
doing.
Word
I
up.
mean, I love your spirit.
Appreciate
Yo,
it.
I'm gonna have you back on the show pretty
Yes, no
soon, and
doubt.
maybe you might do a mix for Connected Dots too. You know what
Yes.
I'm
Hey,
saying?
listen, say the word. You know I'm here. Like,
Yes.
let's do
Yes,
it.
sir.
I'm in anytime, B.
Yes, sir. So, like I said, it's another episode of Connected Dots. I'm your host, Lou Icewater, aka Duquan Hicks, and my guest, the legendary DJ Silver D in the place,
BX,
BX.
baby. You already know.
You
My
know what I
man.
mean? Yes,
Yes, you
sir.
already know.
Any shout outs before we get off of here?
Oh man, I definitely gotta shout out my young man, Gav Money. Shout out my girl Audrey. I gotta shout out my whole Zoom crew Friday night. My man Kid, DI,
Mhm.
Bruiser, Kev Masterful, Kev Blinger, Shaka, the whole team, yo. Shout out Felonious, Flow, Big Ock, everybody, Kingsbridge, y'all know what it is. And yeah, we got the Kingsbridge Family and Friends reunion coming up this year,
Mm.
first Saturday in August, like we do every year. This year 15, man. So if you around, you up top, gotta come through, hang with us, man.
Yes, sir. I'll
All
be up
right,
there.
that's
All right,
it,
my brother.
my man.
Salute, man. I appreciate you, man.
No doubt, my man. Appreciate you too.
No doubt.
All right,
Peace.
peace now. All right.